But these are things that need to be in your schedule. Door knocking, going into a neighborhood you like with a business card and knocking on the door and just introducing yourself, or driving in the neighborhood and see who's out and introduce yourself. This is one-on-one is better and easier. And if you are bold enough to do the one-on-one, your skill set of dealing with people is going to grow much faster. Now, as much as I talk, people might think I was born this way, and I wasn't. I remember being in school and I was called up to do a book report. I was a very smart kid when I was growing up, and I got skipped a lot. So I did really good book reports because I love to read. And so the teacher called me up to read my book report, and I froze. I couldn't speak. I just, I thought everybody was staring at me. I started telling myself all this stuff in my head, and I gave myself so much fear that I could never speak. I remember even when I got into this multi-level marketing I used to be in, I hated when they would call me up to speak because I was so scared. And then when I was called to ministry, and I was called to go and minister out of the country, I was like, I'm not going, I can't do this. There's no way God wants me to speak in public, no way. And people literally started coming up to me, and different apostles that, didn't even know each other would come up to me and go, your mouth is anointed. Your mouth is anointed. And I'm like, why is God letting people do this to me? Or they'd walk up to me and say, your mouth is anointed. Or they'd say stuff like, God has given you a message. Don't worry about it. Just different things like that. You're the messenger, but the message is coming through you. So it just built me up. And then I finally, I see you, Anthony Williams. Thank you, love. I love you. I really love my Anthony Williams. That's my son, everybody. And he's a star player in real estate. So I encourage you to follow him on Instagram at Real Estate is Power. And his name is Anthony Williams. So he always bigs me up, which encourages the people that follow him to come watch me, and they learn a lot. And we have a few new students today. Anthony, do me a favor. If you can text Kelly, the gentleman that you sent me from Instagram, he friend requested me and I invited him to this teaching, but he sent me a question, is it at 4 or 8 o'clock? And I'm hoping that he's on here because I think it's going to be very helpful to him. But getting back to what I was saying, so I was nervous wreck. As much as I talk privately with my family, I was scared to speak publicly. And then when I finally did stand in front of a group, and it was over 400 people, was my first assignment. And so many people got saved. It encouraged me. And then they wanted to meet me and speak to me one-on-one. It encouraged me. When I would speak at the multi-level seminars, people would say, oh my God, you're so inspiring. So it encouraged me. You've got to learn to speak publicly as well as privately. So the more I had to speak, the more I studied on it. That too needs to be added to your training, because when you're door knocking, there's a specific way to door knock. You don't want to just ring the doorbell and stand right at the door. You ring the doorbell and you back up a little bit so that they can, you back up a little bit so that they can see you and be able to look at you and be able to, see who you are. It's nice. What I do with people that are going door knocking with me, I encourage them to wear a name tag so people see them. I would even get people that are consistently on my team real name tags that they can pin on. You can buy them pretty much anywhere. And so that's very helpful. The other thing you want to have on your schedule is follow-up time. You have to follow up. If you're doing postcards and yellow letters, you don't want to answer every phone call. You don't want to answer everybody that calls you from your postcards or yellow letters. You want them to leave a message so that you can hear what is their intention, and then you call them back. If you were going to your doctor's office and you just call him and he's always available, I mean, would you think that doctor is a professional? Most doctors are not going to call you like that until they get to know you. I've had attorneys that didn't call me right away, but after we built a relationship and they saw I was about my business, then they would pick up the phone call for me. So you do the same. You're the professional. You want to make sure that they leave you a message. We give you the exact script to put on your phone so that they leave you a message. I know some people say, well, I use Google Voice. It's your choice, but our recipe is slightly different. So you definitely want time for follow-up. I'm going to follow up Tuesdays from 3 to 5. I'm going to follow up Saturday mornings from 11 to 1. And then kind of like right now, you're writing the things that need to be on your schedule. But for the first 30 days, watch and see what is best on your schedule. If you're saying to people, I'm going to follow up with you on Tuesdays from 3 to 5 or Saturday from 11 to 3, what works better for you? And they say, oh, no, I'm available on Thursday at 4. And you're getting more people saying, I'm available on Thursday after dinner, then you want to put Thursday after dinner on your schedule. So your schedule is going to be the things you need to have on it, but you're going to maneuver it until you get the best results. You also want to have time on your schedule. If you have a 9 to 5, that should be on your schedule. If you don't have a job and you're trying to get into real estate investing, but you don't have money to invest in your real estate investing, you need a side hustle. You need to Uber. If you have a car, you don't have the nicest car, there's options of using your car to deliver somebody's groceries or pick up somebody's laundry or walk somebody's dog.